Bienvenidos a nuestra sesión de inicio de semana de mercado de Forex. Vamos a empezar. Solamente denme un momentito. Vamos a iniciar con el outlook o con la vista de qué podemos esperar para esta semana en el mercado de Forex. Vamos a preparar un momentito. Y hoy estamos a 12, 5:12. Hey, Chandler, how's it going? Tenemos 5:12. $2021. Ok. Ok, estamos listos. We're ready. Esto va a ser una especie de bilingual. Vamos a ver cómo levantamos todo. So we're gonna do some sort of bilingual stuff here, because I have people from both sides of the world. Ok, tenemos it's 2 a.m. donde Chandler. So it's 2 a.m. over there. Okay, so let's go really quick here. Let's go to my swing trading charts. I'm expecting a rejection around this area. Let me start with the GJ. Let's go to the weekly. Already shared this. Ya compartí esta idea el viernes. Si nos fijamos y escondemos todo esto, podemos ver, we can see here, if we look at the big picture, que esto es un soporte mayor en la semanal. This is a major support on the weekly, right? But this is the structure. Now, this is not normal. This is not all the time that the price gives you this opportunity. So esta es una oportunidad rara que se da en el mercado. Whenever I see this, anytime I see this that I'm looking at right now, this is a buy. Like, I don't really need a lot of confirmation. So cada vez que yo veo este tipo de estructura, ya esto es una compra para mí. Ahora mismo tenemos que esperar que esto retroceda otra vez. We have to wait for this to retract again. I was looking for this Monday, and honestly, I was about to enter at the very weak, because I do have enough space to put the stop loss below here, since it would be a swing all the way up, just not to miss the entry. But anyways, there's a safer entry if we re-tap again, so that's okay. So GJ is definitely, even though we are sales, we are bearish, this zone is a major structure. This is the 149. It's a very well-known zone. Since it is such a strong zone, the likelihood of price breaking below this is really low. Desde que, como esta zona es tan fuerte, la 149, la probabilidad de que esto se quiebre en una sola vela es bien baja. It's very low for this to break in just one single candle without first grabbing some sort of better pricing, if it's gonna break, because that's the other thing. So if it is gonna break, I would not expect this to break on the next candle on the weekly. So, or it would have to grab a lot of liquidity all the way up here before flipping. So either way, we're good for buy. So de todas maneras, estamos bien para la compra. So if let's clear this whole stuff. And if we show the messy area, this is what I'm looking for. So I can clean this quite enough, actually. We can clean it. All of those entries from the past, most of them winning. Okay. So this whole zone is a buy. We already know that. What I'm expecting is price to reach the very limit of the zone. This is the very limit. Este es el límite más bajo de la zona. Lo pueden ver aquí. Estos son los valores. These are the values that I'm looking at. The entry would be the very limit of the zone. So the way I do this is I risk 1% tops. I don't risk more than 1. And I'm aiming for 7R. But I'm actually gonna take 50% either here or here, and when I take 50%, I'm gonna break even and let it run. So if you look left, we had a major wick on the daily, visiting here, and we had another candle that closed looking down. So for this candle to close looking down, it would have been enough to grab liquidity up to here, just to come here in the previous candle, which means that if we come down again, there is a likelihood that the next candle is not even actually gonna get all the way down here, but also just retap here to go up if it is gonna go up. So I will be expecting a buy entry around this area yet again. Actually, I already have an entry. So I have already an entry here for this. And I have another entry here, 2 limits, and that would be, I can split 0.5, 0.5, or I can do 1, 1. Either way, I think it's a good high probability rejection here. So these are the very few times ever that I attempt to do this. This is you attempting to catch a reversal without confirmations. Confirmation being the zone. So, esta es una de las pocas veces que yo me atrevo a tratar de meter una compra sin confirmación, donde la confirmación viene siendo la zona. Okay, so that's GJ. It's quite simple. GJ, yo estoy esperando que el precio regrese a esta zona para comprar aquí o comprar aquí. If GJ gives me a confirmation, then obviously I'm going to take it. But I'm biased towards buys, even though the structure is bearish. Okay, so this is one of those rare moments when I am biased counter trend. I'm actually against the trend in this moment, but I would not advise for anybody to take this without testing. No aconsejaría que estén agarrando estas compras sin que hayan backtest todo esto suficiente. Okay, so that's GJ. I think that's quite of a simplified version, simplified view of what I'm looking at. So that's why I'm aiming for buys here. So the reason why I'm buying around here, because this is the limit. If price breaks below this specific level here, you see here, si el precio quiebra debajo de este nivel, es mucha probabilidad que el precio se caiga. So if it breaks below here, there's a really high probability the price is just gonna fall really hard, which means that you could literally also do a sell stop here. Literalmente pueden poner un sell stop donde termina el stop loss. I'm not gonna do the sell stop. No lo voy a hacer el sell stop. But if anything happens here, if I'm awake, I might enter at the break of this zone. If I'm awake and I see this breaking around here, actually. But it really is gonna depend on what I'm looking at the moment. Depende mucho del contexto de lo que esté pasando en el momento. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. GJ is bearish daily. GJ is bearish, but we are in a major support. I'm looking for buys, maybe from here to here or either here. But let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, so that's GJ. Eso es GJ. Estoy parcializado a las compras. So oro, gold is bearish on the daily, is also, so this part is tricky because we just closed here and it is a bullish structure and the closure is partially below. This is not bullish, this is bearish. It closed partially below the previous structure. So this is the tricky part because we don't know if this is gonna grab liquidity to continue up on the upper trend, because this is bullish, let's say on the weekly structure. Monthly, it really doesn't look that good. It looks like indecision. El mensual se ve como una indecisión en la estructura del oro. Si vemos esto, tenemos esto y tenemos esto. Esto es un pennant, esto es una banderilla. Entonces, cuando tenemos eso, nosotros no sabemos a largo plazo todavía qué es lo que pretende hacer el oro. Todo esto son semanas. El oro puede visitar toda esta zona desde acá, rebotar acá y caer. Un momento. El oro puede visitar esta zona y caer, o puede incluso visitar esta zona y subir. Todavía no sabemos. Incluso pudiera 2022. Ok. 2022. Around here. Ok. So, no sabemos lo que pretende hacer el oro, pero definitivamente nos estamos encerrando en esta zona. Gold is definitely just ranging on a major structure. So, vamos a ver on the monthly. Okay, so weekly bearish. Okay, weekly structure bullish, but it's looking like breaking structure to continue bearish. So now we might present a a visit to this upper area. So the interesting part is that gold has a really high chance, really high probability of visiting first this whole area up to here if it's gonna continue coming down, and also if it's gonna continue going up. Since it already created a little bit of a wick, we might see a visit here, closure here, to continue flipping up. So either way, probabilities after this rejection, it's pointing out towards going up. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so las probabilidades de que el oro ahora en el inicio de la semana visite esta zona de arriba son bien altas. Si vemos la diaria, vemos que esta diaria cerró arriba de esto. So daily closed above this level. So the expectation for gold to visit here is really high. And if you look left, we can see this wick here, but also we look left, we can see this structure here being rejected from below here. So after you visit here, you look left, and you can see if in the past we have visited here before. Yes, we have. We have another structure that went through the whole area here and also rejected here, rejected here. We have a wick here. That means this is an area. This is the area where we might see a rejection. So esta es la zona donde pudiésemos ver el rechazo. Si vemos hacia la izquierda, vemos rechazo acá y rechazo en esta mecha. Cuando veo a la izquierda, busco qué estaba pasando el precio cuando venía subiendo desde esta zona. So what I look is, what was price doing when it was coming up? So that's the question I ask. When price was coming up, what was I doing? So when it was coming up from this area, actually, let me draw the whole thing. When price was coming from this area, cuando el precio venía de esta área a esta área, now we can see clearly. Cuando el precio venía de esta área a esta área, when it was coming up, where did price reject? Where did price meet a lot of resistance? And it was here, and it was here, even here, and we have a little bit of this here. and then we have this wick here. So if price wants to break above this level here, si el precio quiere cerrar encima de esta zona, necesita, this was a fake up. It really needs a lot of intention. Necesita mucha intención. It wouldn't need to do something like this. This was intention. So even just to break, and even after that, it was brought down to here. So definitivamente tenemos esta zona como observación. So what I'm gonna do is I will go with the bearish trend and I will look for sales around here. That's it. So yo lo que voy a hacer es que me voy a ir con la tendencia bajista y voy a buscar ventas aquí. Espero que el precio visite esta zona y después venga a el rechazo, same way. Okay, so I'm looking for potential coming up towards this zone and flipping bearish, or a potential rejection. And obviously, I'm gonna be looking for what's going on at the moment. So, eso es lo que voy a estar buscando, a ver qué pasa, qué está pasando en el momento cuando el precio llegue a ese nivel. Si revelo el gráfico. Okay, so now we have more information. I also had a trend line. So, yo también tenía una trend line que me da más información. Y lo que veo ahora es que... Oh, okay, so I'm gonna sell here, okay. I didn't notice. Oh, now I see why. Okay, so now looking a little bit more or confluence. So ahora tengo más confluencia. Now I have a trend line. And now I have a break and retest, potential break and retest. And I have also a zone here that I just noticed that I already saw earlier, looks like. This is the wick. Okay, so I am expecting a potential rejection from this area, actually. Interesting. Okay, so my... Okay, so let me look at news. Okay. So maybe this is Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Thursday. Okay. So Thursdays might be around here. Thursday would be the 9th, around here. So we might get a big wick this day. Either way, so we have to see where we're gonna be by the day of the big wick, if it's gonna have, if it is gonna give us a wick with the news. So my question will be, when we are around here that day, it's gonna be a candle. Where are we? And depending where are we, then I'm gonna know if I'm gonna grab a wick level at the top of the zone, or if we're too far away, then maybe a retap. So that's the way I'm gonna look at it. So la manera que yo voy a ver esto es, el día de las noticias que puede mover el oro, va a ser esto, el 9 de diciembre. So, dependiendo de dónde estemos en la estructura, ya yo sé que el oro me puede dar un fake out, una mecha bien larga de liquidez antes de devolverse, okay? So that's gold. I would be looking for potential sales around this area, and as you can see, I'm expecting gold to actually go up for the moment. That's my bias. So if you're scalping gold, that means I would be looking for buy orders. 4 hour. Oh wow. Hey. Oh, Arturo, dímelo. Oh, Arturo, ¿me escucha?
Sí, sí.
Ah, tenía muteado, parece, el Zoom. Tú no me estabas escuchando, ¿verdad?
No, ahora te estoy escuchando.
Uy, sorry.
No, está bien. ¿Tú crees que el oro siga bajando o qué te espera que haga en el marco de tiempo más alto?
Yo espero que suba un poco aquí y potencialmente haga un rechazo en esta zona o en esta zona. So, el oro tiene dos niveles. So I'm expecting gold to reject around this area or either this area or this area. So it doesn't mean rejection doesn't mean that it has to fall down. It just means that it's gonna act up around here. So it's gonna give us something, is what I mean. So algo va a hacer el oro cuando llegue aquí. Algún tipo de rechazo aquí o algún tipo de rechazo aquí.
All right.
Puede ser que de aquí, si miramos a la izquierda, tú ves todo esto, que él haga algo como esto. Pero lo único que yo tengo claro en todo esto es que yo tengo una zona aquí. Tú ves, actually, uh, let me bring this. Let me do this. Tenemos una zona aquí. So we have a potential rejection zone here with potential rejection zone here. So we don't know if it's gonna stop here or if it's gonna stop here. So that's the only issue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for it for reject and then go sales. But I'm bearish biased on the major time frame. But I'm already noticing a potential reversal. So estamos potencialmente haciendo un reverso. Bueno, de hecho se ve aquí. Pero no sabemos si el precio va a ser algo como esto, que parecía un break and retest. Incluso aquí también parecía como, bueno, aquí, break, parecía y nunca fue retest, solamente estaba bailando. Lo mismo puede pasar acá. O sea que potencialmente si uno fuese a comprar, por ejemplo, gold, ahí sería potencialmente una compra. Al quiebre de esto para allá arriba. What time is it? Oh, okay. Ok, eso es lo que estoy esperando por ahora. La próxima movida que yo espero del oro es un rechazo en alguno de estos dos niveles. Preferiblemente esta es la mejor entrada. Esta sería la entrada más segura o de más alta probabilidad. Por ejemplo, esa sería una entrada potencialmente contra la zona. A ver, por esto y por esta mecha. Porque si el precio va a seguir subiendo y aún sea alcista desde acá, es muy probable que rechace aún si va a seguir continuando subiendo. O sea que incluso por eso, hasta si uno entra en el mismo límite, es una buena venta. Ok. So, buenas noches, Leo, Martín y Alexander. So, eso es todo. Por ahora el oro a nivel de scalping debería ser compra. Okay. A nivel de scalping, scalpers should be looking for buys on gold. Swing traders should be looking for a potential rejection and then see what the heck is gonna happen with this area because gold is kind of like breaking, right? But it's also below this right here. So we don't know if this might become something like this. We really don't know. Okay. Okay. So this is USD Swiss franc. And selling there, actually. I'm selling right there. So Swiss franc, I'm selling right there. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I'm expecting price to reject this area. And if price breaks above this, I don't want anything to do with it. But if it goes in my favor, then it's a 2R. So probabilities are in favor. Not gonna, if it comes down after this and continues going down, I am gonna just let it get here. Okay, simple. Look left. So the only one that didn't enter was this one. Si miramos a la izquierda, la única venta, la única compra que me perdí fue esta que nunca entró. Esta entró, y esta entró, y esta entró. Esas son las que he tomado esta semana. Esta no la tomé, esta sola la dibujé y me la perdí. So I took this one, and this one this week. I missed this one. It didn't get to my entry. It just left me alone. And this one, I didn't take it. I just draw it. It was on the lower time frame, and I missed it. And I draw it. I had that entry, and I took it away from my MetaTrader, so I missed it. Esta yo me la perdí y yo la quité del MetaTrader. No recuerdo por qué. No sé por qué la quité. Me la perdí. Ok, pero esta se ve un poquito tricky. Está un poquito delicada porque yo estaría ahora esperando con la expectativa de que el rechazo ocurra en este nivel, no más arriba, y que más tardar llegue hasta este nivel, pero no que quiebre. Si quiebra esta zona, pues hay probabilidades que no rechace inmediato, y por eso pues me saldría ahí. There's a really high probability that if we break above this wick, then we might visit here. So that's why the stop loss is right here. It's giving a little bit of space and stuff here, but really, you know, in a safe level. Like after price breaks above here, probabilities to get here are way too high. So I don't want to be in. Okay, so USD Cad. I'm expecting a rejection here on the lower time frame to see if we're gonna go up. This is a really good closure, actually. This is a really good closure above all of this area, and now we can do maybe this, now that I think about it. Yeah, so I'm expecting USD Cad to visit here. That's where I'm looking for, because we're above this major zone. Estamos arriba de esta zona mayor, so estoy esperando que el USD Cad continúe subiendo. If 1 hour breaks and closes below this level here, 1.283, this is just 300. Yeah. So if we break and close below here, I might close. I'm not gonna go with the bias. If we close above it, I'm still in bias. The bias. Now this is a clear rejection, so I'm kind of like expecting to see what USD Cad is about to do. If we flip again with maybe 30-minute, oh, this is not looking so good. Yeah, if this one flips after this, liquidity grab might just fall. Okay, so that's USD Cad. So I will hey, ¿qué es lo que? Franklin. Un momento. Events. Yep. So if it si USD Cad regresa arriba de esto, es compra all the way up, okay? If USD Cad comes closes above it, it's buys. 30 minutes, it's not looking good for buys yet, so 1 hour, it's not looking so bad, to be honest. So 1 hora no se ve tan mal, 30 minutes doesn't look good. So we have to wait 15, let me see what. Yeah, so if we break below here, we might just fall again. So might be the end of the idea for now. Just gonna give it another moment afterwards. Okay, well, that's it. Yeah. Oh, so we have a good sell with, okay, so I'm looking at USD CAD. We actually have a good, oh, we have a really nice sell entry actually below here. So tenemos una buena venta abajo de esto acá para USD CAD. Ok, el que la quiera, el que opere este par. Oh, yo agarré esta. USD CAD, I got this sell last time. I think it was Friday or something. And it was a really nice one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's bullish. It's just kind of flipping. 4 hour close below. Rejected. 4 hour está a punto de cerrar. O sea que si cerramos arriba, okay, if 4 hour closes above the level that I just mentioned, that's still a bullish sign, even if it is a bearish candle. I know that's confusing to some, but that's how it works. Si cierra arriba de esta zona, aún sea una vela bajista, es una señal alcista si cierra arriba de la zona. Ok, so eso sería el USD CAD. Tenemos algo muy importante que yo creo que tengo que compartirla antes de que terminemos esto con las criptomonedas que está pasando. Algo muy, muy importante. Los que tienen cripto les va a interesar mucho. O sea que vamos a terminar ya con lo que sería todo lo Forex y vamos a pasar a cripto. Esto voy aquí a modificar esto. Aquí acabo de colocar una orden para la compra. A ver. Pendiente. Una orden pendiente. El USD Swiss franc. Perdón, una venta. Listo. Ok. Vamos a terminar con los... ya estamos claros. USD CAD, GJ. Potential rejection to go up from this zone. I'm looking for an entry below here. USD, gold. Potential visit to this area. Rejection either from here or from here. That's what I'm waiting for. I think I'm gonna go in around here, this area, and see how it goes. Risk 1%. Creo que voy a meterme una venta en esta zona, arriesgar 1%, ver cómo me va. Gold se ve bien bonito para la subida. Oh, you know what? Oh, there you go. It's breaking now. So we might visit this area here. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for this. I'm gonna wait for gold to maybe reach out all the way up here, maybe. to this area. Okay, so from here might be a better entry, around here. You see, if you're scalping, esto era una buena entry. I'm not scalping tonight, but that was the entry here. What time is it? Almost 9. Interesting. So you had this here. I'm not scalping. I only scalp in the mornings pretty much, most of the time. So at the break of this, should get all the way to, whoa, at least here. Probably. But there's a lot of things going on here. Hay mucho ruido aquí. So this is, yeah, I don't like it anyways. I mean, it looks clean, but I don't like this. But there you go. That's scalping. Okay, vamos con la crypto. Really, really important thing and stuff going on. Okay, Bitcoin. Weekly. Tenemos un tema con el Bitcoin. Yes, let me clean it up. $66. Here we go. Okay, Bitcoin está bullish, okay? Bitcoin is still bullish. Actually, I was expecting a top at 44,500, so that's not new. That's not unexpected. Desde acá yo todavía estoy esperando este top en 44,500. So, for the next 2 weeks, and we have to see how the year is gonna end, this is a very important level. Este es muy, muy decisivo lo que está pasando aquí. This is major. So let me do this. If price on the weekly closes below 44,500 any Sunday, Bitcoin is in trouble. Okay, probabilities are not gonna be in favor for bulls. Okay, si el precio cualquier domingo cierra debajo de 44,500, Bitcoin está en problema. Okay, las probabilidades para los toros se ponen en problema. O sea que lo que uno quiere es que Bitcoin se mantenga arriba de este nivel. Si quieren, graban ese nivel. Ese nivel es clave. Incluso puede, si ese mismo nivel es 44,500. Si Bitcoin cierra debajo de este nivel cualquier semana de esta, yo pienso que Bitcoin probablemente si va a seguir subiendo. ¿Cuál es el escenario para que él siga subiendo? So what's the how it would have to look like for Bitcoin to continue going up? It would have to visit yet again here and reject here and go up. So él tendría que visitar de nuevo acá esta semana 44,500 y rechazar para seguir subiendo. Si vamos a seguir subiendo 2022, ¿ok? Si vamos a seguir subiendo por el 2022, tiene que haber un rechazo acá. Si cerramos debajo de este nivel, hay problemas porque puede ser que empecemos a bajar. Ya puede ser que lo haga así, puede ser que lo haga así, no importa cómo lo haga. Either way, it doesn't look good if we break below here, ¿ok? Si de toda manera todo lo que cierre debajo de eso en un semanal no va a ser bueno para Bitcoin. Yo lo digo porque la semanal tenemos una clara formación de estructura que si se cierra debajo de eso, pues entonces ya rompimos estructura. Mírenlo acá. Candle closure, okay? We have the candle closure here. We have the candle closure here. Okay? And we have another one here. So this is the only concern that I really have, which is why I was really, that's the other thing. Potentially, this could be considered one big wave. but also this could be considered a support. So, you know, it's tricky. The Bitcoin from this zone could literally do this and start to go bearish throughout 2022, at least a part of 2022, and you know, play around this area before continue going up, um, and or we might see a continuation, which is what everybody's waiting, even myself, right? What we would hope for. So for now, it's not looking good for bulls. That's all I can say. So bulls, los toros no se están viendo bien en el oro. Eso es definitivo, okay? Definitivo. Gold. Well, gold is looking really nice for the buys. Yeah, it's breaking. Okay, está rompiendo la mecha. So next target is here. Next target is here. Nice. Okay. El otro, lo otro que yo quería que veamos es esto. Ya no se ve para nada bien. So ADA is bearish on the weekly, and that's major. That's not good for people holding it. ADA. I mean, long term is okay. Long term, you can just do whatever. But short term, ADA is sales. Okay. ADA es ventas short term. We are at a rejection zone, so we might see a pull back to continue going down. Okay, so ahora mismo estamos en la zona en donde pudiésemos ver un rechazo hacia arriba. Ven, agotamiento on the daily, rejection here, so we might see a pullback to continue going down on throughout the next days or weeks. Okay, so ADA not looking good short term. BNB, okay, I already had this. Okay, so BNB is looking good still. So BNB is still above the previous support, resistance, became support here, still kind of like creating the support. It was kind of like a resistance here. Let's do this. It's more relevant. Entonces sí tenemos BNB still looking good. BNB incluso tiene todo este nivel. So BNB could literally come all the way down here and still keep structure for the bullish momentum to continue on the weekly structure. So not looking so bad. So BNB is good. Looks like a good, solid, you know, long-term bullish holding. So BNB is looking good. Bitcoin, so we have to reject here. Ethereum, have it here. Where is it? Here. Ethereum, same thing. We do have a same thing with BNB. Ethereum, we do have a lot of space to come down before breaking the weekly structure. So en Ethereum tenemos muchísimo espacio para caer todavía y todavía mantener la estructura alcista. O sea que Ethereum está de maravilla todavía long term. Ethereum is one of my favorite, if not my favorite holding. It is my favorite holding. Okay. So Ethereum is my favorite coin, let's say. We have a lot of potential and we have space not to break. We can start from here and maybe do this. So it's either doing that or I think it's doing the other one. Ok, de todas maneras, I'm gonna go with the structure. Voy a irme con la estructura. Tenemos todo este espacio para Ethereum todavía bajar antes de quebrar. So Ethereum se ve bien. Link is not looking good. Link awful. Looking really bad. Link is already bearish on the weekly. And it is at a major, you see, bounce of the trend line level, let's say. Tiene una confluencia, estamos en un link, no se ve bien, tiene una confluencia acá, en donde puede ser que rechacemos toda esta zona de acá, con este nivel semanal, todo, aquí hay una buena confluencia, si no rechaza esto, Link está en problemas. So, esto es un buy zone for Link, quote unquote. Esto es una zona de compra para Link, porque desde aquí es de donde ya él tendría que devolverse si va a seguir subiendo. So, this is a buy zone because this is literally the very bottom from where it should just reject if it's gonna go up. So it's not a bad idea that if you kind of like want, like if I wanted to buy Link, this is the place to buy it. This is the last, last good entry before it becomes not sustainable. Even though I don't like the idea to buy, because we're in a bearish weekly structure. But anyways, it's a good long-term place. So Link está bearish structure on the weekly, pero estamos en el mismo límite de una long term, una compra long term que pudiera subir las próximas semanas o el resto del año que viene, sí va a rechazar. Y ahí, por ejemplo, uno puede arriesgar poquito contra ganar mucho. Hay un 8R. The R is really good here, so it's not a bad idea to buy around here. It's actually R8. It's not bad at all. Okay, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to buy Link here. If you're betting on the long term, the only thing I really don't like is the fact that the weekly is bearish. Okay, it would have been great if this would have been just a bullish structure and this was the bounce. But if you think about it, this was a bearish weekly structure and this was the bounce. Same thing here. It was a bearish structure. This was the bounce. So it wouldn't be uncommon for this to just rebound again here. Actually, you could actually place maybe a buy limit here. Stop loss below here. Around here. And it should be, and if it's gonna reject, should be rejecting around here. So this is the new zone to be rejected before we just become, bearish, really long term. Solana really looking still bullish, even though we're correcting. Solana still looking bullish. I'm gonna take this out. Going with the structure, is this a good level? 175, 175, really good level. So Solana, I'm still bullish. This is also one of those coins that like if you're for the long run, it really looks like a really good idea to hold long term, even if it falls like a lot. Within a few years, should be really looking nice. This is yet another coin like Solana. I'm gonna place it here, which is crypto. This is the token from crypto.com. And I'm just noticing. So this is where last time I bought. So I'm about to go. I took profits here, and I left a little bit running here. So looks like we are about to go to my entry. Okay. So that's why it's good to always take profits. Por eso es bueno siempre tomar ganancias. Aquí fue que yo compré la última vez y visitamos todo esto. Yo tomé ganancias, creo que por aquí. Lo dejé el resto y ya veo que estamos a punto de regresar a mi entrada con el resto que quedó. Chiva, not looking good. Chiva no se ve bien on daily. Weekly is looking okay. Daily is not looking okay. So let's see if we're gonna reject this level for those holding Shiba. Shiba actually made some major moves. This was this was one of my entries. I shared in Telegram a few months ago, and we exploded from here over 1,000%. So yeah, like for me, Shiba, any place we come down to is still in profit for me, so that's okay. And this was the last time that I entered something. Also took profits like around here, I think it was. Oh, fifth target here, so I took profits here. from here to here and let the runners, and now coming down to my entry again. Okay, so lo mismo con Shiba. That's it. Entonces, con esto yo creo que, a menos que tengan alguna otra idea que compartir o pregunta, este es el outlook de la semana. Ese es lo que tenemos para ver hoy. Like I said, expecting even a deep retracement to this area. I would really love it if GJ gives me the entry. Potential rejection. This is such a strong level that I'm expecting a rejection from this area. Might be this the time that we just move up. And gold, I mean GJ. But we could also fall. Now the thing is, if we fall from here, it should fall really kind of hard. At least up to this level. It might be here, but most likely here, because this is such a strong level. We have to see if it's gonna go down with the news or what's gonna happen. So we just closed the 4 hour on gold. It was bullish. We already were kind of expecting that anyways. We are at the zone, and this is actually a decision area for me. But we are so bullish that I would like to see a rejection first. So it looks like I will wait for tomorrow. So if I wake up to something like this, I might go for the sell. So if I wake up to a rejection from here, visit here, rejection yet again here, by tomorrow with New York, I might enter like around here a sell, or just continue going up. So gold está en compras. Gold is buys with the probabilities of rejection around here, either here or here, if we go all the way up to here. So that's what I'm expecting for a potential sales. Either way, if you were scalping today, you should have been just going buys. Si ustedes iban a scalpear hoy, ustedes debieron estar buscando compras. Por la misma razón por la que yo estoy esperando una venta desde ahí arriba. For the same reason that I'm expecting a sell around here, you should be biased towards the buys if you were scalping tonight, which I am not. So that's why I didn't care a lot. But it was not even hard to notice that it was a bias towards the buys to here. Like it should reach here really fairly fine. So lo que decíamos, más en 1 hour. So 1 hour was a really beautiful candle too. So the entry here would have been justified if anybody wanted like to go ahead and take like a scalp, which I'm, like I said, I'm not scalping. I'm not taking any trades right now. Tomorrow I'm definitely gonna, for sure. I mean, if we have the opportunity, I'm gonna trade. But for now, this. So look at this entry. This entry was actually really nice. It was justified at least. If you go to the 1 hour, you see here, you see the liquidity wick and the flip. So si vemos la estructura de 1 hora, vemos la subida, el soporte en 4 hours. So this is a 4 hour support, which is really strong. So this is a 4 hour structure support. We see the liquidity wick and we see the flip. Now, if you combine the 1 hour breakage with the breakout here with the 30-minute, it makes sense that for the next candles, this, after we break above here, there was high probability that we were going to continue going up. Like I said, for the same reason that I'm expecting a sell around all of these areas here, like either here or here. Those are the same reason why you should have been focusing on getting buys for scalping. La misma razón, okay? So that's why I'm waiting for price to maybe reach here and maybe drop, hopefully. If we don't get it, that's fine. I mean, like I said, it's just this probabilities-based game. So I just take my odds when they're in my favor. Like here, my odds on sales are in favor. So if we reject here, there's the odds are gonna be in favor to price to reach this green line here. Would have been take TP1. This would be a runner and potential runner all the way even down here. So like might be taking, like, for example, we get here, take 50% here, break even here, 50% of the 50% here, 50% here. That would be kind of like the whole strategy. Okay, so eso era gold, GJ Gold, the two main ones that we're looking for. USD, Swiss franc, potential rejection from this zone. I am biased towards a rejection here, even though we closed above, which is not looking so good. Actually, 1 hour. Okay, so that's it. If we form a support here, then the sales are not such a good idea. But for now, we're still sell biased. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. Si quebramos debajo de esta 1 hour, no, todavía esa no es la zona. La zona del quiebre está debajo, está aquí. Ok, so vamos a ver qué pasa en esta zona, ok. Esto está en 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hours looking okay. 1 hour. Closing above, but that's still fine. It's just the structure. Ok, so la estructura todavía ahí está respetada. ¿Ven? Este es el quiebre. Esta es la zona de la... Let me do this. So 4 hour. This is USD Swiss franc. 4 hour structure ends here. Okay, so that's why, you know, any price might reach here but still reject. So that's why I'm expecting that a rejection from this area potentially might drop price below this zone yet again, and that should be kind of like a good entry, let's say. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So by tomorrow, I'm gonna be potentially looking for sells, maybe around here. I don't care that we are above the trend line so much, because this is a weekly trend line. Let me see. It was, yeah, it was done on the daily. Okay, so todavía podemos flip esta candle all the way down. Okay, so that's the only reason. Okay, so eso es todo el análisis del inicio de semana. Si tienen cualquier, como dije, cualquier idea o pregunta. Oh, Luna, ¿qué opinas, Leo? Luna. Eso, tú sabes que yo no tengo nada Luna. No tengo ninguna información. Se ve muy bien Luna. Yo creo que sí, que me la habían mencionado, pero no, yo no hice nada con Luna. Qué bien se ve. Por lo menos el gráfico de Luna se ve muy bien. Luna Crypto. Ok, ¿y dónde tú escuchaste de Luna? Sí, por lo menos el precio se ve bien. El precio solo ha subido. Aparte por la caída de la corrección global que hubo en marzo. Luego mayo, subido muchísimo. Competencia de stablecoin. ¿Cómo le va a hacer competencia? Porque esto no es un stablecoin, esto tiene un valor. O sea, esto tiene una fluctuante aquí. O sea, ¿cuál sería la idea? So, why would this compete with USDT? Okay, I'm gonna have to kind of read a little bit more about this. Luna looks fine. So, Luna tiene espacio para una corrección de todavía 16% adicional. Bueno, so Luna should be okay as long as it doesn't break this zone here. That's 40%, 42% drop. Okay. So it looks good. Este no sería el lugar preferido de comprar mío si yo fuera a comprar Luna. Yo esperaría quizá una visita aquí o algo así. So, quizá en esta zona sería interesante comprar. Alrededor de a partir de acá. Sí, me sorprendió la caída del BTC, la recuperó rápido, encima te hace un nuevo máximo. Sí, yo tengo una precaución, como ya dije, el Doge está feo también. Dogecoin, not looking good at all. Dogecoin even broke below here, so I would actually kind of like stay out. Like this is the last level for Doge. So, si Doge vuelve y se mete de nuevo debajo de este nivel, Doge tiene mucha probabilidad de caer acá. So if Doge closes below here, también bien, varias probabilidades que esto se caiga. So Doge, most likely, we might see a pull up to this zone. I took profits here, so that's why I have it here, remember. I shared this with the group. I had my partials here, I entered here, took partials here, and look, just took me out here. But if you were holding, I would go out, like if I were holding Doge, I would be leaving, this would be the last stop. Below here, I would be out of it. So that's what I would do. If I had, like I have a little bit, but it's not enough that I'm concerned. But if I wanted to go out of Doge, it would be below here. So it would be below 0.1573, something like that. Because if it falls below here again, probabilities for this to fall are way too high. But from here, it should, if it's gonna continue going up, should reject around here. If it's gonna continue going up. If it's gonna continue going down, it would have to break yet again here. And if it breaks, it's gone. I wouldn't be here. Like I wouldn't be interested in Doge. Okay, I think we're done. Yo creo que ahora sí estamos bien. Espero que esto le haya servido, por lo menos el outlook. Veremos durante la semana. Entonces, la semana que viene veremos dónde terminamos con cada uno de los pares. Ya saben, siempre operen con cuidado y solamente sigan su plan. No operen nada que alguien les diga, ni yo ni nadie, hasta que no sea parte del plan de ustedes. Que ustedes lo hayan probado, que hayan evaluado que la estrategia de verdad vale la pena y entonces, y solo entonces, operar esto. Never trade anybody's plan that is not yours unless it is yours. Unless you backtest enough that it becomes your plan. and that you feel confident enough, but never because anybody says, neither me or whatever, whoever. So just trade your plan, always stick to your plan, and have always manage your risk and have a great beginning of the week. So tengan un excelente inicio de semana. Gracias, Leo. Gracias a todos los que se conectaron. Nos veremos. Gracias, Arturo. Nos veremos durante la semana.